Hello, ladies and gents. Welcome to the Gentleman Podcast, episode 4. My name is Treydan, joined by my co-hosts.
My name is Jack.
And my name is Michael, and we are joined by a very special guest. Would you like to introduce yourself and what you do?
My name is NoahUI. I make music. Yeah, that's about it. I've been making music for about 3 years, so.
Don't you also play Fortnite?
Nah, I'm a Roblox player for real, man.
Oh,
Oh, what?
that's awesome.
That's not true. So, the way that me and Michael found you is that we were playing Fortnite in a duos match. Some guy named NoahUI on Spotify
Oh,
killed
was
us.
that you?
Yeah. And we were like, who is this guy? We looked you up on Spotify, and that's how we found your music.
And it was
No
just straight
way.
You
fire.
had some straight bangers.
That's
did.
crazy. I remember a while back, I had gotten a message for somebody. They were like,
Yeah, it was
I
on
guess it
BandLab.
was on my, was it?
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
on
I got a message on BandLab saying you're like, you just killed me on Fortnite. And I look at the message, I'm like, I don't even have my BandLab listed on any of my accounts. I was like, I don't know what
Treydan outed for a stalker.
Yes,
Yes, bro.
I
I was expecting at least my Instagram to get hit up. Nah, bro, it goes to my BandLab account. It pissed me off, bro.
I already had BandLab because my brother uses BandLab to make music.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh, I bet NoahUI uses this to make his music. And you did. So then I commented on one of your recent songs. I was like, you killed me in Fortnite.
Nope.
That's
That
I'm
is
pretty
not
sure
it.
That's all you did.
I don't even think I responded to that message either. I'm pretty sure I left you on
You liked
delivery.
it. You liked
Oh,
my
did
message. I felt,
Did I?
yeah, I felt good.
What was your username?
It was no one.
Treydan too. Oh,
Is that you?
Yeah, it's me.
That's you?
Yep.
Bro, I remember it's been like a year. So this dude with the username, no one really, has been all over my account, right? On,
that's
BandLab
him.
and
That's
stuff.
him.
And I was like, bro, I've never talked to this dude. Who is he? I did not know that was you, bro. That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm also on your
That's
Spotify
wild.
page. If you go to your page and then go to discovered on tab, my playlist is there.
Yeah, I saw that too. I was
Yeah.
like, yo, who is this dude? This dude
Thanks.
is one of my biggest fans on Spotify and has never messaged me before.
Not just
Thanks to
Spotify,
Treydan,
BandLab too.
we all know about you.
Yeah, because of me and Michael, we spread
Bro,
out
you give
the
me-
entire.
You got me.
group.
You give me so much streams through your Spotify playlist, bro. That's crazy.
I
Yeah,
know.
I've told all my friends about you, and I made them listen too.
Dang, what the hell? That's crazy.
It
I did
just-
not know that was you, bro.
Yeah, I'm your number one fan.
Oh, God.
Except
And number one stalker.
no, I'm not a stalker.
It's stalker.
Bro,
I do have a question for you. What's your relation with Season Kid? I think is his name.
Season Kid.
Yeah.
So, I met him around 2020 on BandLab, early 2020, because he remixed one of my songs on there. He forked it and remixed one of them.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
to be honest with you, I thought it was absolute garbage. But but I commented on it, and I was like, you know what, I feel like being nice today, so I just commented on it, and I was like, yo, this is fire. No, damn well it was trash. Right?
Wow.
Every
So-
friendship starts with a lie.
Yes, bro. So that's the way it started, and then I ended up making not a lot of people know about this in my community, but I made my first album that I actually ever made was with him, and it was a come up. It was called the Come Up, but it was actually a
Mhm.
trio album. So I have 2 duo albums with him out, but I had a very old album, a trio album with him and another artist that was posted before that. So we made that album, and then we just kept on making music, and then we made our first official duo collab album back in August of 2020. And then we actually fell off for a while. We weren't cool for a little while, and then we reconciled, and then we made a second album, and then but that's the homie. He lives in California, and I'm hoping to meet him soon in real life. He's gonna come down to Florida where I'm at and see me and stuff. So
That's pretty cool. No,
Because,
yeah.
I saw a bunch of songs in the Love Tape where with him, and I was like,
Yeah.
they must be good friends. So
Oh,
I just-
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We were. I mean, We weren't for a good while. I think it was like late 2020 up until like middle 2021. But then we got cool again, and we've been making music. I think I have the most song out of all artists. I have the most songs with him. Obviously
Yeah, I
released, but like
noticed.
unreleased as well. I have like
I
50
noticed that.
songs with him right now. I have a lot of music with him that's unreleased. About 50 songs.
Was the other guy the Jakey?
The Jakey. So that dude, I'll tell you the story about him. Me and the Jakey are cool. We don't have a lot of music together, but I met him because I used to be on Fiverr. I don't know if you guys know what that is. But I used to be up there, and what people would do is they would pay me for features, right? So I told them, that boy coughing is that boy finna die on the mic. Nah, so he paid me on Fiverr to get on his song, and then we ended up being cool through that. And then he got me on a couple other songs. We only had like one unreleased song together, but he's a cool dude. I mess with him. That's the homie.
Yeah, I saw you were on his album.
Yeah,
And
back now.
What about Winter? He's on some of your songs.
Winter,
Winter.
I met Winter like 2019. I met him a long time ago. He was like one of the first people I met on BandLab, and we didn't really talk to each other that much up until I don't know if you guys know, like my first album I dropped on Spotify, I believe. Nah, that's my second album, Eternal Rising. I didn't really talk to him that much until I dropped that album, because of course I had him on like, I think it was like what, two features, maybe three. But yeah, that's when we first kind of talked, and then we made a lot of music together for about 2 years, but I haven't really talked to him that much the last year. I think the last song I had him on was like on my album Rising Star 2, so it's been about a year since I've talked to him. But yeah, he's the homie.
Now, I think we should all say our favorite songs from you, and then you can tell us what your favorite song is that you made.
Yeah, I think that's a really good idea. Hold on, let me. I don't know if I'm a pronounce mine right, but mine would probably have to be Margella. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, from Rising Star 2.
Margella, yeah, that's it.
Yeah, he made a music video for that. I know that.
Yeah, I love the beat for that.
Wait, no, that's Sierra Mist. That's my bad.
Sierra Mist.
That's my bad. Yeah, Sierra Mist.
Yeah, Margella honestly is one of the fan favorites in my discography. A lot of people, I think it's one of my most streamed on Spotify right now, but then it's it was like the song everybody loved when I dropped that album. I mean, it's the first track on there, so it makes sense.
Michael?
I already said it, but not toxic migraine.
Migraine. Okay.
Mine is Won't Fold. I love that
Won't
song.
Fold. Oh wow,
that's pretty good.
Yeah. So Migraines is a really. I got to be real. I actually despise that song. So
I know you would.
So I'm actually kind of surprised you liked it. I mean, I gotta admit, I liked it at first mainly because it was like kind of the first time I did something other than rap and actually posted it. But as a song overall, I can't stand it. Like I've made pop songs since then that like blows that out of the water. Obviously, I haven't released them, but with my next album, we'll get there. But
we'll talk about that.
I don't really, I don't like that song that much. But what Won't Fold to me is a I gotta say that song is an absolute classic.
It's a banger, man.
I think it came with the best verse I've ever gotten, in my opinion, from Season Kid.
I completely agree with that. The last one where he's like, jump you in the alley and talk about ops, all black like I'm Batman. They thought I was Robin, bro. I talked to all my friends about that, bro. So fire.
And you know what's crazy about that song? I actually wasn't supposed to have him on it in the first place. I was supposed he has another friend that makes music, and he was gonna hop on it in the first place, but he didn't like the way he was gonna come in. Like for example, if you listen to the song, you hear the way that Season comes in, right? Kind of goes in like right,
beat.
cut the beat, and he comes in right in. That was going to be the same way the other guy was going to come in too, but he didn't. He was like, no, I don't think I'm like, I don't mess with the way you started me off. I don't think I'll be able to like do something with it. I was like, all right. So I got Season Kid on it, and he did his thing. Like I said, I think that's the best verse I've ever gotten from him.
Yeah.
It's so good, man.
Yeah,
I vibe with you and him on it. That was the first thing I added on my playlist.
I want to know want to know your opinion on one song, Love Scars and Guitars.
Oh, that song's classic.
It's so good, man. It's so good.
Yeah, that song's classic. That song actually has a story too. So that song, I posted it December 2021, but I actually made that song January 2021. There's like an OG version to the song that I posted on like SoundCloud on one of my throwaway accounts. It has like a different verse, and it has like the mixing is absolute dog water. So that's the reason I never posted it when I first made it. But then when it got to that time where I was making that album, I listened to it again. I was like, wait, I can low-key, fix this up and do something with it. So I took it, redid the mixing, re-recorded basically everything, like the scream parts at the beginning where at the like the the part of the beat where it cuts up into a like a different drum set. Yeah, I redid like my scream part on that. Like you can hear in the background, I'm like screwing the vocals, and then I put all that together, and then I posted it. But yeah, I have it's kind of similar. Like if you listen to my album Project UI as well.
Yeah.
The same kind of process that occurred with the Love Tape honestly did occur with Project UI too, because I took a lot of the songs in Project UI actually came from earlier in 2022. I just redid the mixing on them. So like Limelight, which I did a music video for, I redid the whole mix on that before I posted it. And then that goes the same with Life is a Party, the worst song on there, but it's so bad. It's terrible. That all sucks. But
so what would be your favorite song that you have produced? Or like favorite album?
Are we talking about released?
Yeah,
released.
That's a really good question because it honestly switches a lot. But of all time, let me look at my discography here. Let me think. It's a hard one. I would honestly probably say Mary Jane.
Oh, that's pretty good.
I love that song. That or Bankrolls. That song's crazy.
Did you just phone jack?
No.
He definitely did.
I did not.
He was Bankrolls.
That boy got turned on.
Yeah, I did.
But it'd probably be Mary Jane or Bankrolls for me.
All right.
No, I have a question for you.
Yes.
Well, we usually ask this at the beginning of the podcast, but I guess we forgot. But what is one gentlemanly thing you've done today?
Gentlemanly thing?
Yeah.
I've been inside all day today.
All right. What about this week?
This week? I'll say yesterday.
All right.
Shoot, I did a lot of gentlemanly things yesterday. I mean,
tell us more.
I mean,
you throw your cone in the puddle.
No, I will say I was working yesterday and I bought this girl I was talking to like literally two plates of just straight food.
Oh, that's very gentlemanly.
Like a Lizzo sized, huh?
Okay, bro. But I'm not even gonna lie to you. She's like 20, so.
They like the older ladies.
That's illegal.
Not me, that's for her though.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey,
I mean, you ain't
we
going
can
to
cut
jail.
that
You
out. We
going
can
to
cut
the
that
Hall
out.
of Fame.
Say another age.
She was like, bro, she was like 12. I'm joking. I'm joking. Nah, she was definitely my age. She was definitely my age.
All right. That's
Yeah,
good.
That's good.
Yeah. All right.
You want me to go? I got that. How did you start rapping, and what got you into it?
That's good.
Oh, so that's a really good question. It was actually a long story. So, my friend used to make beats on BandLab. because they have like their own little like loop packs and stuff on there. But this is probably around I think this was November 2018.
What's his name? I might know him.
He's never been on a song before. His name's
I
Kevin.
thought Dio got bands.
Oh no, that's my producer. That's that guy's that's like the best, one of the best producers I used.
We'll go over him later.
But so my friend made beats on there using their loop packs, and one day he just showed me he showed me the beats he made on BandLab through his phone. And,
yes, ma'am.
We're good.
He showed me the beats he was making on BandLab through his phone, and I've always wanted to make music ever since I was a kid. Mm-hmm. Ever since I heard my first Justin Bieber song, you know what I'm saying? Really kicked things off.
Was it that? No, it wasn't Yummy. I was about to say that.
It was definitely
2019.
It was definitely Baby. No, ever since I heard Miley Cyrus's Wrecking Ball, it just really kicked things off for me.
What about Bad Blood? You heard
Bad
of that
Blood?
one?
Oh, that's such a good song.
Oh yeah, that's
we got bad. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
I
used to sing that in gym in second grade.
That's so cool.
So when he showed me the platform he was using to make his beats, I was like, yo, I'm gonna download that and I'm gonna try it myself. So I actually started off my music career making beats on BandLab, and eventually, I think it was early 2019. I started writing down stuff in notebooks, like lyrics.
Yep.
And one day, I just went on YouTube and I just looked up. I think it was like I remember the beat and the way it sounds to this day. It was like a little TJ Juice WRLD type beat.
Yeah.
And I downloaded it. I put it in BandLab, and this is like my first time, using BandLab on computer because I usually use it on my phone.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I opened my old laptop, put the beat in, and then I just started rapping the rapping and singing the lyrics along to the beat. And to be honest, that first song, that was the only song I made for like 2-3 months, and then eventually I just picked up the pen again and I just started going at it. I was just having a lot of fun with it, and that's really how it kicked off. I mean, I remember I started posting my stuff on SoundCloud. That stuff is still up on my SoundCloud today. I mean, you guys can't see it; it's private, but it's up for me.
Yeah.
I started putting my stuff up there on SoundCloud, and promoted it on there. Didn't get a lot of streams, but then my school found out. Man, that was like I can't lie. I was terrible. Like I was never good at music from the start.
You got a guy like that.
Yeah.
We're not gonna dox him.
Yeah,
Just saying you
but
should
we
make a
have to
song
talk
with
to
him
you
one day.
later about someone you need to collab with.
I got you. I think I know who it is. But nah, so I showed my one friend my song, right? And I thought it was a real one, but then he showed the whole school my song.
Oh.
And it sucked. Like I still have the song that he played. It's absolutely terrible. And then the whole school found out, and they just would not stop, just getting on me about it. But I can't lie. Like through all the hate that I endured about my music, I loved it so much. I just kept going. And matter of fact, it actually pushed me to get better through time.
Yeah.
That's a little later. That's like I'm talking 2019. But no, it's the hate that they were giving me honestly did push me. It motivated me to get a lot better through time, and I did. And then COVID hit. COVID hit that same school year, and everybody got sent home. And that's when it really took off for me. That's when I really started just hammering down because I had all the free time in the world. I didn't really do much schoolwork during that time period, mainly because it was like online. I just didn't feel like
they did not enforce that at all.
Yeah, they didn't enforce it either. So like I barely did any work and still passed. So, but because of COVID. Really, I just started hammering down on the music grind, and then eventually, like I said, I met Season Kid, did some albums with him, but yeah, that's really how it all started. And then since then, I've just been like on the grind every single day, trying to get out there. And yeah, it's been crazy. It's been a good ride.
Does Season Kid know that you thought the thing was bad?
Oh yeah, he knows. I've told him a million times. I told him maybe it was like a year ago. We were on call, and I was like, you know that one time you remixed that song of mine? He was like, yeah. And I was like, you know how I like gassed you up for it and said it was like really good? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, I'm not even gonna lie, that joint sucked. It was trash. And like the funny thing is, back then during that time too, I was hated on for my music, but I was also just a D1 hater too. Like if you were trash, I was the type of person to just drop a diss track on you just for putting out a bad song. Like, bro, like that was my true BandLab days though. That's back when like I mained on BandLab. Like sure I put stuff on SoundCloud, but I was more interested in BandLab at the time. So I just go around like if someone's song was just trash, I'd either like remix the song and just like diss them on the whole entire beat, or I just straight up just go hating on them in the comments, bro. I was devious. So when he remixed that song, in my mind, I was like, I ain't gonna lie, this kid sucks. But I
might have to send you a link to a song later.
Exactly.
I'm damn broke.
Exactly, bro.
Oh my god.
I was like,
so bad.
I was like, nah, I feel like being nice today. So I just gassed him up in the comment section. Then I talked to him. He was actually a cool dude. So I was like, you know what? This guy's cool. So I helped him with his mixing and stuff from there on. And then, yeah, we made those albums. But
so you'd say like you're a father figure to him?
Oh no, that's crazy. That's crazy. Nah, he's older than me. He's like, he's I think he's 18. I'm 16. But he's 18. But I will say like he's kind of recognized us, but I did help him a lot when he first started making music. You know, with the mixing side, and then I collaborated with him on a lot of stuff to kind of keep him going. And but nah, he's an overall amazing artist. I've seen him grow over the 3 years I've known him, and he's just done nothing but grow. So it's amazing to see him go up the way he has. But nah, he's not a father figure. That's crazy.
Yes, sir. Are you sure?
Nah, I'm his dad for real. I'm his dad for
real. Yeah. That's what I was thinking.
I'm joking.
Quote you on that.
What about Geo Got Bands? How did you meet him?
So he's a YouTube producer. So I mean he has been one of my main producers over the last, I'd say, year and a half up to about this point, because now I'm doing a whole genre switch, but I'm sure we'll get to that later. But he I met him through YouTube, obviously, because he makes YouTube beats, and I'd always just look up Lil Uzi Vert type beats and just look at whatever was on there.
Bro.
But
the same thing. Do you also use allegedly the illegal MP3 converter and put it into BandLab?
Oh yeah, I think all of us do. I can't even lie.
Yes, sir. Allegedly.
Allegedly, yeah, I allegedly do it. But no, it's I used his beats for a while, but I did talk to him. And it was cool to talk to him because he also did produce one of Yeat's biggest songs to this day.
Oh,
no way!
Really?
Yeah,
that's crazy.
I think it's I can find it.
One with the bell?
I think it is that one actually.
Whoa,
that's crazy.
That bong went so hard.
I honestly can check. It's on his sound. I remember the cover art that was used for it on SoundCloud. But he produced one of his biggest songs. So when I first talked to him and he actually responded, I was like, "Yo, this is kind of cool. Like, this is the dude that produced for Yeat." But now he's a really chill dude. Like I said, he's the reason I have a lot of my songs out. He's one of the main reasons I have some bangers out and stuff like that. So I mess with him as a producer, and he's cool as a person too. I talked to him a little bit, so.
His tag's pretty cool. When Geo got it.
Yeah, I know, and it's super simple, so it's not annoying to listen to.
Yeah.
Like a lot of other producers, I can't lie. Like for this album, I literally have had to drop money so far because there's just some producers I've used that it's like every 30 seconds. Purchase your track today. I'm like, bro, shut up. But hey, I mean, it works for them because look, I'm not trying to release a song and every 30 seconds it says that. And the only way I can get rid of it is if I buy the beat. So.
But that would be pretty fire if you had something like that.
Purchase this
Do a
beat
song.
at X.
Yeah.
Yes, bro.
Yeah, and then have like a bass drop after it. That would be insane.
Yeah, man. I've had to buy like 10 beats. It's annoying.
The beat he made for "If I Die" was pretty fire, though.
Mm-hmm.
I like
No,
that.
that's actually not. I don't think that's Geo. I think that's Theo.
Oh, what? There's two EOs?
Yes. So I will tell you, they're both goated. Theo's better in my opinion, but there's Geo got it, and then there's Theo got bands. But then it'll say, I think Geo's is like the same. It's like Geo got it, but then it's also Theo, so it'll be like Theo got it. So there's two, but Theo
Bro,
is like
ripped them off.
Bro, Theo is like the GOAT in my opinion when it comes to Uzi beats, and I use those for such a long part of my career. He is the number one GOAT for me. I gotta say that, and I mean I'll tell you my list. For me, it honestly like goes like Theo, and then it goes to Sohi, which is my like one of my boys. He made the beat for Margella, Stranger. He made the beat for what was it? I gotta check. He made a lot of beats for me, custom beats. Acidic. He made the beat for Acidic. I think that's it on Rising Star 2, but I think there's a couple on a couple other albums that he made too. There's like Go for Rising Star 1, but that's on that project's only on SoundCloud.
Yeah, I don't have SoundCloud. Sorry, I'm not that big of a fan.
Yeah, Michael used to use SoundCloud.
I got off of SoundCloud myself. I used to listen to only stuff on there too, but I switched over to Spotify because it's so much easier playlisting wise and stuff like that. So, but now he's produced a lot of stuff. He produced Limelight as well. Limelight, Stick Shift. Actually, not Stick Shift. He produced some song, Cartier Lenses. But yeah, he produced a lot, so he's my boy. So it goes like 1 Theo, 2 Sohi, probably third would either be Out of Space or Geo Got Bands. Fourth, I don't know. I'd have to go through, but nice. Geo Got Bands is still fire, but Theo Got is like my top my number one.
So what about your future plans and future projects? What are you thinking about those?
That's what I was going to.
Yeah.
So I mean. I'm sure you guys know I got an album that's set to drop May 20th.
Yep.
And my kind of goal here is I'm doing my best right now to switch off of the Uzi sound. Because I don't want to blow up and be compared to someone. You know what I mean? Because I feel like the moment you're compared to someone and it's actually like a reasonable comparison, it just goes downhill for that artist from that point on. You know what I mean? And if I'm gonna blow up and I'm gonna go into the game as as a successful artist, I want to make sure that I have a long career. You know what I mean? Like I at least want to be up there for 3-4 years. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to make one hit and be done. You know what I mean? So. So the whole point with this album that I'm making now is just kind of be more not diverse, but just kind of I'm just trying to switch it up and be different and just make a different type of music. Like Out of Time I think is one of my most unique songs I got out. I don't know if you guys listened to that one yet. That's like it's like one of the teaser songs for my next album, and it's also one of the biggest songs I've ever put out on Spotify right now too. So
yeah, it's at the top of your singles.
Yeah, it's performing incredibly well.
Last time I checked, you were at 16 monthly listeners. I checked before the podcast, and you were at 70 listeners, man.
Yeah, that's exactly what I saw
crazy.
Like a while ago.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I saw that because I usually before that little sudden dip down all the way to 16, I was usually averaging like 25.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, I was there too.
And then I dipped down all the way to 16, and I was like, hold on, what's going on here? Pissed me off, so I dropped that album, and that got me up, but then I went right back down again. So I was like, you know what, I got an idea. So I dropped first thing I dropped was Purpose. I honestly regret dropping that song now because I don't think it's really good. I mean it's really it's definitely one of my most unique songs I got up. But in terms of quality, I didn't really think it worked. So I was sure to make sure I get my listeners up. I gotta drop something really good next. So I dropped out of time. But when it comes to like next albums after that, I have a couple ideas in mind, but they're kind of like rough draft ideas. Like, I mean, I know of course after this album, I'm not gonna switch back to my old style of like Uzi beats.
Yeah.
But I think what I'm gonna do next, and I've talked to him about it. You guys know Tavier?
No.
I don't think so.
He was featured on Acidic. What was it? Acidic on Rising Star 2, Don't Change on Project UI. But he's probably one of the best collaborators I've had in a while for like feature wise. So me and him are actually planning to make a pop/rock album for my next album.
I'm excited for the rock aspect. I haven't really seen that much in your like genre of that.
Yeah, I actually got one that's it's on a rough draft of the album I have right now, but I don't think it'll make it. But here's the thing: I'm also planning on doing a deluxe for my next album, and the deluxe for my next album will be full of the songs that didn't make the original project. So, for example, if that song doesn't make it, then it'll probably be on that deluxe album. And that it's probably going to be only like maybe like 8-9 songs. I don't want to make it too beefy or longer than the original. But yeah, it's probably going to be like 8 or 9. But it's just going to be all the songs that just didn't make the original cut. So yeah.
So does the name Hayden v. Noah like have a meaning behind it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I was really curious about that as well.
So I'll tell you the story behind it. So I'm actually adopted, right? And my actual biological original name is Hayden.
Yeah.
The full name is Hayden Noah Bartholomew. So when I was adopted, my adoptive mother took my middle name, made it my first name, and then changed my last name and got rid of the Hayden completely. So the idea of Hayden. The idea of Hayden v. Noah is the idea of Hayden v. Noah is basically this. So there's going to be songs that are sung or rapped in the perspective of what I believe would be Hayden if I never was adopted.
Yeah. Oh my god, that's
so cool.
Oh my gosh, that's sick.
Like, and then, I'm thinking of Purpose right now, and that's wow.
Yeah, so Purpose was like, if you listen to that song, the beginning was Hayden.
Yeah.
And then the end was me. So in the beginning, I was rapping from what I believe would be Hayden's perspective of life. And then the second was obviously me right now. So at the beginning of this next album, there's the intro track isn't even actually a song, it's a story. Like I wrote a whole script for this intro, and what I gotta say it's long. It's like 4.5-5 minutes long of just a story. But what it does is it sets up the whole album. So if you don't listen to the story that occurs in intro, then you won't really understand what's going on, right? It kind of explains how like they meet and etc. It's a whole thing. I can't spoil too much. Yeah. And then the intro track the actual intro song, like the first song on the album, the story officially starts there. So like the intro is just explaining how everything first occurred, and then the first song has like a little voice memo stuff at the beginning. That starts off the story. So yeah, it's a whole thing, but I can't lie. It's been really hard trying to put the album together.
Yeah.
Because it's like it's definitely my most interesting album, my deepest album. And it has the most meaning behind it, other than any other album I've ever put out. So it's definitely been hard. I've definitely thought about switching up. Like maybe I just think of doing this later. But nah, I'm going through with it.
Mm-hmm.
So nah, it's that's kind of the way it is. It's just Hayden v Noah speaking from each perspective. So
That's so dope.
That's
You got me
sick.
so hyped for the next
Yeah.
album.
I am very hyped.
Yeah,
yes, sir.
it gives me like Black Parade vibes.
That's
We were
fine.
talking about Lil Uzi, but who else were your like big inspirations?
Juice.
Yeah, I would say Juice. I don't know if you guys really know him. But I mean, a lot of people think he's corny, but I would have to say NF.
Oh yeah, I
yeah,
I
love
know
NF.
someone who likes NF.
You do. You know another one now too. But no,
I love him.
I've always been a hardcore NF fan ever since like
Mhm.
2017.
Yeah.
Mainly because like I understand and I relate to a lot of the things he speaks
Yeah.
about in his music especially when he talks about his past and his past traumas and what his mother went through. Like the way his mother passed.
Oh
is,
yeah,
way
like how
his-
could you leave us? Is that
Yeah.
the name of it?
Yeah,
Oh my
the way
God.
the way his mother died is the same exact way my
Yes.
mother died as well.
I'm
Like my
sorry to hear
biological.
that.
No,
Sorry
it's
to hear
cool.
that.
But speaking of, I actually have a song on the album right now that's it's dedicated. It's kind of like
Mhm.
a how could you leave us type of song.
Mm-hmm.
But no, it's kind of been. I mean, Juice WRLD, I don't really listen to him much anymore. I haven't listened to him much at all since he died.
Yeah.
But it was at first it was like NF, then it was Juice, and then as soon as COVID hit, actually no, I mean when COVID hit is when I really started getting into Uzi. But the first song I ever listened to him was the first song by him I actually ever listened to was New Panic. I remember listening to that song when it dropped, like in 2018. I was just in my class and I was just sitting there vibing. I was like, "Who is this dude? I've never heard of him." Fire. But nah, it's always been like Juice, Uzi, NF. I honestly can't really think of anybody else other than them, but it's always been that little trio.
That's a pretty good trio, I gotta say.
So
All
I
of
have
them make pretty
found
good music.
I found the other person that was on the come up. It was One Way Terrace. What's the story with him?
How did you even find that? What the
heck? There he
Don't
is,
worry
the
about
stalker.
Don't worry about it.
hell? Did you just like look the title up on like Google or something?
No, I found my ways.
What? That's
It's
crazy.
pretty scary.
What the
He's
hell?
right outside your house right now.
That man definitely hacked my computer right now.
He did. He can't
No,
do
it's
that.
crazy because that album's not even like available anymore.
Mhm.
Like
find
it
it.
was on my old my old BandLab account I deleted a long time ago.
Mhm.
Oh,
But One Way Terrace, I met him before I met Season Kid. And we were cool for a little while. He made some music. I made music, and we collaborated on a couple singles before that album dropped. And then when I met Season Kid, it took a while. Like I didn't immediately like it. It was maybe a couple months after I met Season Kid because I met Season maybe like February, and we made that trio album in around May. I think it was May. I think it was like May 14th was the day we dropped it. But I was I got him on it. We were already cool, so I hit up Season Kid 2. He got on it, but I gotta say, One Way Terrace was only on like 3 songs in the end because dude just was like an absolute pain in the butt to get on songs. Like I'd send him a song, and bro, it would take this man like 2 weeks to do a 15-second verse, bro. I was like, ain't no way, bro. I'm like, I'm sorry, bro. I gotta do some of the songs just with Season Kid, bro, because they were taking way too long. But I haven't really talked to him much since that album. Honestly, I've only had like maybe like 3 conversations with that dude since.
he seems to be blowing up on Spotify. He's got 355 monthly listeners.
Yeah, he also has. I mean, I've talked to him. He also has a whole like semi label behind his back promoting him.
Ooh.
His dad owns like some label or something. It's I don't know if it's dad, but it's like one of his family members. So he always got that promo.
Yeah.
And I ain't gonna lie.
No, he got it. You earned it.
Yes,
So
sir.
you
That's
will
what
earn
I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to I'm trying to keep my momentum up right now on my
Yeah.
monthly listeners. I'm not trying to lose them.
I believe you are going places, and I have
Yeah.
faith that you. I just believe.
Like
I feel.
I feel like, well, I hope that we are helping you, like,
Yeah.
get some viewers, some people actually listening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna be a stepping stone. NoahUI. Remember us when you're big.
Don't forget about
Shout
us.
out our
No,
podcast. When you're
I
big,
won't,
all
man.
right?
I won't, man. I'm gonna be promoting your podcast when I get big, bro. Trust.
Thank you. I hope it's still going, then. I hope
Yes,
it
sir.
is.
I'm
Yeah,
sure
this
it
is
will.
episode
Y'all
3,
thank
and
you.
we got a big guest.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, dang, these guys only got 2 episodes in. They already have all these guys commenting on
Yeah.
their stuff. I was like, wow.
Because we spam our stories.
People from our,
Hey, don't tell them that.
I mean,
Oh, my
yeah,
bad.
it's
We do
people
not.
from our workplace.
Yeah, it's all right. It's all
No,
right.
but like he was like, dang, these guys must be pretty big in the world.
I mean,
no,
yeah, we have people from France listening.
Yo, we actually booked
And
at
Singapore.
least one person from Singapore.
Singapore. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Hey, I mean,
Go
views
ahead.
are views, though.
They are.
Views
Yeah.
views. I don't really care too much.
Yeah, like I told you in the DMs, like it may not be many eyes, but any eyes are good eyes.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
mean, honestly, this is something I've been wanting. Like, I've been hoping someone would hit me up to do for a long
Mhm.
time. Like, I've always thought of this. I'd be like, man, it'd be so cool to hop on like a podcast or like do like an interview. And so as soon as the offer came in, I was like, man, I don't even care about the views. I just want to do something like this.
Yeah.
I'm glad we-
Well, I'm glad we can make your dreams
You
come
were like
true.
a celebrity to us. We
We
were like,
were.
I really hope NoahUI can come on.
Yeah.
Nah, man, trust. I'm not that big of an artist, man. I don't got too much of a busy schedule. No, I did have work these past couple days, so that's sorry about not being able to hop on that. I think it was Thursday. So
Mhm.
Yeah, it's fine. We recorded another
we've been
episode
busy
that
too,
day.
you know?
Yeah, garbage
Like,
episode.
that's fine.
It's actually coming out the same day that yours is coming out because it's so
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah, it's so
your
bad.
episode, you have to
We
carry our episode.
Yeah, we need a little
last
boost.
episode was good. What are you talking about?
No, don't say it was good.
Well,
Don't
it was
say
very controversial, and y'all gaslighted me, but it's fine.
That's funny.
He's lying. We didn't do any of that.
Nah, you know what's Treydan, you know what's crazy.
Yeah.
So your name on BandLab is No One Really. I remember there was a time a while ago where this guy was like stealing my music and putting it up there.
We did.
That wasn't me.
Come on now.
Was that actually you?
That wasn't me.
No, it wasn't.
Oh.
It wasn't.
I mean, I don't care now if it was. It was just funny.
No,
But
it
nah.
genuinely wasn't me.
No, it was you.
This
Not
was
your
a-
Justin Bieber fangirl.
Exactly.
Then there was this guy that was like stealing my music,
Mhm.
and he kept on posting it. And I posted a thing on my BandLab. I was like, "Yo, like, I don't know, I don't remember what I said, but I was like, report this guy or something like that." And you had like commented, and he was like, "Yeah, I just messaged him. I told him not to do it anymore." And I ain't gonna lie, like, because the dude stole. So the way things added up, the dude stole my music, right? And if you're gonna steal another dude's music, that must mean you like their music like a lot. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, you're not gonna steal someone's music that you don't like. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah.
When I posted that thing on BandLab and then you commented on it, I was like, I ain't gonna lie, I think this is the same person. So
I'm going to my DMs in BandLab right now. I'm going to see if I actually did text him or I just lied to you. I think I did.
but nah, it was crazy because it kind of like it would have made sense. It made sense in my mind. I was like, oh yeah, this guy's probably this guy and he's just messing around. You know what I
Who
mean?
was that guy?
But nah, I was like, the reason I never acknowledged you when you were like on my BandLab is because I thought you were that dude. like I never. That's why I did like when you would comment, I'd never like. I usually would never like respond
Dang.
to your messages, like the comments, because I thought you were the dude that was stealing my music, so I just didn't want to acknowledge you.
So I checked my DMs. I didn't message him apparently. I guess I lied.
Fake fan.
Yeah.
No.
Come on now.
Not a true fangirl.
Bruh.
I would never steal your music, man.
No, I submitted a whole complaint on like all the platforms. I think I got, I don't remember entirely, but I think I might have gotten their YouTube and their Spotify taken down, something like that.
Yeah,
I was mad. I ain't gonna lie, I was pissed. I was like,
I would have been too.
I was like, yo, why is this guy stealing my music, bro?
Our listeners don't get any ideas.
Nah, but it was just I was mad at it, but it's funny now looking back at it. I was like, I'm feeling like, dang man, I was good enough for this guy to steal my music. Like that makes me happy, you know what I mean?
But I would have been pretty excited.
I mean, I made this guy. He posted my song "Dreamer 2" on YouTube, and it got a whole bunch of views. And I think I made like $20 off of it because with my distribution program, it can like copyright claim other people's stuff.
That's so dope.
My music.
You ran a bag off it.
Yeah, I literally just ran a bag, dude. Dude got a whole bunch of views. I made like $20 off of it. And the only reason I found out that the dude was stealing my music was because of the fact that my stuff like copyright claimed it. Because I went to my distribution thing and it'll show me like all the places that my music has been used, and then I saw this YouTube video and it said it was like the same title and everything, but it was posted by some other user, and I clicked on it. I was like, what the hell? And I clicked on it. It was just this random dude got a whole bunch of views, and I was like, oh hell no. But no, it was funny. Got a bag off him though, so
yeah. So
that's pretty good.
Don't use NoahUI's music in anything, or he'll steal your money. Right
yeah, exactly.
Yes, sir. You're getting robbed off the spot.
Oh, dang! I posted your music on my story a couple of times. Don't take my money.
Yeah, I'm gonna go in there. I'm gonna get your account shut down.
Yeah, come on, Treydan. You're stealing his music.
I'm gonna
block
your address.
you.
I'm gonna find you.
I'm gonna leave the podcast
right now.
No, I'm gonna steal all your accounts and I'm gonna leave the podcast and then block all of you. So
I think that's a pretty good idea, except for all of us. Just Treydan.
Yeah. How dare you listen to my music?
In your earlier songs, I heard that you didn't cuss a lot, and that you said, if I remember, flyer than a freaking bird.
That is funny.
Yo, that's funny. Well, I'll be flyer than a freaking. Oh, that's on Pop. That's Pop.
Yeah, Pop. Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
I still don't. I mean, so, I'm a Christian, right? And during that time, I was as well. So I didn't cuss in my music for that reason. And I mean, me being Christian wasn't really the main reason for me making that decision not to cuss like that in my music. I just wanted my music to be available to all ages.
Yeah.
I just wanted because I mean, honestly, the main reason I did was because I had a friend. I still have that friend, but my friend Skylar, he makes music as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's official Ty G if you've ever seen him on my songs. But he didn't make music at the time, but he listened to mine, and his parents were like hardcore Christians, and they wouldn't allow any music with cuss words, right? And I wanted him to be able to listen to my music because he was like one of my biggest fans at the time, and he was a big source of my my streams.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to cut that off, right? So I ended up just making the decision not to custom my music back in that time because I wanted him to be able to listen to my music. And then, I started my Christian journey a little longer, and I just kept it up just for the reason, I just want everybody to be able to listen to my music. But there also was a time like last year, second half of last year, I just stopped because I fell off that path. Because there were some things going on in my life at the time. So I just stopped, cussing overall and all that. I'm not stopped.
Cussing.
I started
Yeah.
cussing on all my songs. And then I came back to it, and then I'm back and not cussing again. But
yeah, I heard that. Yeah.
Flyer than a freaking bird is funny. That song, honestly, I will say is like one of my favorites out of the Love Tape. That song right there.
The Love Tape is my favorite album. It might just be nostalgia from the Fortnite, but
honestly, I will say, in my opinion, I actually hate that album. Like, I think that's
no way.
It's crazy because
not to say that.
It's crazy because I honestly think that's the worst album I've ever put out.
That's
No.
crazy.
Like
I know every song on there. Like
I think it's
love
pretty
that
good
album.
as well.
it's just the fact of for me it's like the reason I hate it so much is because I put out Genesis 2 before that. The full album isn't actually on Spotify, so you can't listen to the whole thing on there because
Yeah.
I didn't buy like leases for all of them. But if you go to like my YouTube or you go to like my SoundCloud, you can look. I don't. Is it even posted on my YouTube?
I saw it on your YouTube.
Yeah.
I think I
If you
listened
go,
to it.
yeah. If you go to like my YouTube though, it's all the songs are on there, and that song was like that album was incredibly good for that time period. And then the Love Tape to me, like the quality of the Love Tape compared to that album is like terrible. So I like, in my opinion, I downgraded when I went to Genesis 2 when I went from Genesis 2 to the Love Tape. So that's honestly why I hate that album. But I like, obviously there's songs on there I do genuinely mess with, like Won't Fold,
No.
Love Scars and
Mayday.
Guitars. Mayday.
Yeah.
My biggest friend, my biggest fan and my best friend that I also make music with, Chris MMVI.
Hey.
You've maybe seen him
Hey.
on what?
Don't use that biggest fan word. I really know it right there, right?
No, but you don't understand, bro. That guy on my SoundCloud, he has listened. Like I can check how much people have listened to my music on SoundCloud, like their total streaming numbers. He's listened to my music 8,000 times.
All right. My
Treydan. How about you, Treydan?
Yeah,
I listen to them a lot. All right. It's up in the thousands.
no, I think I would
Alright.
I would say you're probably at you're probably past 1,000.
Yeah,
But no,
probably.
it's he makes music as well. He hates that. So he's like one of my biggest fans. He hates that song. So, it's funny, but I actually like that song too. I think it's one of the best on there. But there's just songs like on there that ruin it for me. Like I can tell you off the top of my head here.
Yeah.
Like for me,
Yeah.
it's yeah. I mean, honestly, yeah is yeah is actually one of the most streamed songs on that album.
There's no
What?
way.
Yeah, it's legitimately one of the most streamed songs on that album.
Me and Michael were listening to it in the Fortnite party, and he was like, "Have you heard Yeah yet?" And I was like, "No, listen to it." And I was like, "Bro, all right, the rest of the album is so good. Why did he post this song?"
Bro, I posted snippets of it on my TikTok and on my Instagram at the time, right? And I was trying to sound like Cardi on purpose. I was trying to do the Cardi voice.
Yeah, we know.
Oh yeah. I was about to ask if Cardi was also your big inspiration.
Nah, I hate Cardi.
Why'd you do it?
I thought it was because I thought it was funny. Like I've always heard.
You
Like-
ruined
Yeah.
ruined my night with that because I was vibing with the whole album.
thought
And I heard Yeah.
I thought you were like some 12-year-old, and then you had your dad.
You know, that was
come
the first
record
song he
us
listened
too.
to. That was the first song he listened to, and he was like, "Bro, this guy sucks." I was like, "No, that is a bad song. Go listen to other songs."
Bro, no, it's like literally one of the most streamed songs on there.
Oh,
That's
that's so bad.
Yeah, but
What do you think about 813
oh, that's
916?
the worst song on there. I mean, I'll tell you the songs that ruined it for me. Yeah, 813 916 and Riot. Those songs-
right, so good.
No!
I mean, I don't like. I think Riot's good, right?
That's in my playlist, bro.
Yeah.
Riot is good. The only reason I'm saying that is because it like it's random. It sounds random in the album.
It
Like, you'll
does
go
sound
from, like-
random with the album, but it's still a good song for me.
Yeah, it's a good song to me. I just like I don't like it because of where it's placed in the album. Like I should have put it on like the last song or something. But nah, for me like that album is pretty good. Mainly only because of like You Dig, Love Scars and Guitars and
Yeah,
Won't Fold.
you dig's good.
You Dig's fire. But nah, those are like the only good songs on there. But I hate the album overall. I think it's like one of my worst.
You're breaking my heart this episode, man.
But I mean, if you want, I can give you like a list of like my what I think is like my favorite, like what I think are the best albums I've put out.
Please do.
All
I
right.
did a post on my Instagram a while back with this. I'll show you guys what I still agree with what I put. So I'll show you guys what I said here. Let me go to my post archive. So, give me 1 second. So, last would have to be To the Moon. So we're going down, we're going up. So like my worst album in my opinion is To the Moon. Then it goes Rising Star. But here's the thing. I I like Rising Star more than other albums, but when it comes to quality, that's when I think it's the worst. One of the worst.
Wasn't that like one of your first?
Yeah, it's my third album. No, it's my second album. First was Genesis, then it was that one. So it goes To the Moon, Rising Star, The Love Tape, Rising Star 2. Then it goes Revelations, Genesis 2, the 16 EP, Project UI. Then it goes Rising Star 2.5 as the best.
Wait, there's a 2.5?
Yeah, it's on Spotify, dude. It's like I think it's my best project out right now. Right, it's genuinely the best project I have out right now, in my opinion.
I think I've seen it. Oh no, I've seen it on your Band Lab. I haven't seen it on Spotify though.
No, it's on Spotify. It's a crazy good. I mean, it's an EP, but it has enough songs, I think, to be an album. So I just call it an album, honestly.
All right.
But no, it's my. I think it's my best, and obviously, I've also had like a lot of people tell me it is my best project I've put out. So I got to keep it up there. But no,
how many people have told you that?
It's been a good all my core fans. So like I'm talking.
That's
about,
not true. Look, we got 3 core fans right here. That are listening.
all my core fans before
Michael.
This, like I have a whole group chat. It's called NoahUI Exclusives. It's on my Instagram, where I add like all my like biggest fans in there, and I get opinions, and then I show them snippets and stuff like that I don't post on my stories. And when I dropped that album, I promoted it on there, sent the links. They all listened to it. They said it's like my best out. So I mean, from most of my core fans, they've told me it's my best, and I also agree it's my best from everywhere, like quality, flows, like this overall mixing and the beats as well. It's I think it's my best project.
I've got something to do later tonight, but
listen to it.
Yeah, I'm sticking with the Love Tape though. I don't think anything can beat it.
I don't know, man. You gotta listen to it.
Honestly kind of with Treydan on that.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So, in your earlier music, I'm kind of confuzzled. What was your thought process behind your album covers? Especially your single Migraines, where it had this medically
don't even get me started on that cover. That's like the worst cover of all time.
Did you make it like on Pixar or something?
Someone having a migraine.
Yes. Look, bro, I think we all universally agree, especially me, that is the worst cover art of all time.
It is definitely the worst cover art.
No, so wait. Oh, what time frame are you talking from here? Are you talking from like 2020 to when? What time frame?
I think you're just talking about migraine.
No, it was something else.
You think the Love Tape's bad? I don't think it's bad.
Wait,
I think it's pretty good.
Bro, the Love Tape was just the most simple cover art ever. I was literally just riding my bike. I just stopped for a second, took a picture of the sky, and then threw some filters on it.
Yep. The sky is beautiful. I love the sky.
Vancouver's good. I don't see anything bad. What are you talking about? I think you're just talking about migraines.
Migraine.
You don't think Vancouver's bad? I think that's like my second worst. I literally just looked up Vancouver on Google. I looked up Vancouver.
But it's not. I took a stock photo of some guy having a migraine, put a bunch of emojis over it.
Bro,
like this one, you can actually vibe with it, but the other one,
man, when I was making that cover too, I thought I was smooth with it. I was
you did it.
I thought I was. No, I'm being so serious. I thought I was cooking, bro. I thought I was cooking. I swear to God, I thought
with all the roses and black hearts.
Yes, bro. I was like, damn, this looks fire.
I'd have to point out the poorly cutting out head. Was that on purpose?
No.
All
You know,
right.
I did like there's this thing on I make my covers on Paint 3D, right? And
Yeah.
there's this thing on there called Magic Select where if you just like
Oh.
click a picture and you want to take something specific out of it, you just like select it and then it takes it out. But then it forgot to include like the top little part of this guy's head in the picture. So it just but I looked at it, I was like, I don't care, but I'm gonna just leave it like that. Yeah, it's funny. And then I just like I literally looked up on Google, I was like, Green Planet. And that background
Wow.
that background came out red. I was like, yo, that's gonna look fire. That's gonna look fire.
Why a green planet? That's what I want to know.
Man, look, I was just feeling green that day, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was feeling green that day.
If I Die isn't very good either.
If I Die, you don't think that cover's good?
No.
What?
No, it's.
Oh, let me check it out.
I just don't like it. It doesn't vibe with the song well. I mean, you should put something different on your band lab.
Oh yeah, put that like planet. Yeah,
I think I like that one more.
I actually like If I Die, like the cover. Not the song sucks, but the cover. Yeah,
No, it doesn't.
I kind of do like the cover of it. But my favorite cover, I really like the cover for Stick With Me.
Stick With Me?
Yeah.
That cover is fire. I think that's definitely one of my best for my singles. My personal favorite is Mary Jane.
Yeah, that one is really
Mary
good.
Jane's awesome.
Like the song is like one of my favorites.
Yeah.
And the cover too is also like I think it's like because it like the colors I put on it match the song like
yeah, they do. They really do.
Yeah, so it's I like that. I think that's like one of my favorites. But other than that, honestly, Bankroll is like my number one though.
I know the song, but I forgot the picture.
I found Rising Star 2.5. It wasn't listed as an album. That's why I couldn't find it. Yeah.
No, it's the cover for Bankroll is honestly, in my opinion, I think is like one of the best ones I made myself, if not the best.
Yeah, that's for your description in Spotify too.
Yeah. It's the cover.
Oh wait, yeah, that one. Yeah, that one is really good.
Yeah, that and Mary Jane, and then Stick With Me is like AI generated, so I can't really say I made that. I mean, I put the idea in there, but and then
the AI.
Yes, man. Look,
take it over.
I mean, I can only do so much with a free computer software.
That's
you know what I'm
true.
saying? Like,
Yeah.
I would have never been able to make a cover like Stick With Me if I tried to do it on my computer. And I'm also not trying to drop like $50 for someone to make that same picture when I could have done it for free. You know what I'm saying?
You got a point.
Yeah. I love AI generated images. They're so stupid, but so good at the same time.
Like that one I made for Stick With Me was, in my opinion, was really hard. Literally, all I put in the, because you have to put like a text. I'm pretty sure all I put was just like a couple floating in space. And I just made that masterpiece. I was like, yeah, that's fire.
It was.
Yeah. It's crazy.
You got anything you want to say or ask us?
Yeah, you like our cover?
Oh, bro, your cover is so funny, bro. I looked at it and I laughed, bro. It's not in a bad way. It's just like, the point. It's actually it matches your podcasts. Like,
thank you.
I listened to like your first episode. It matches y'all like perfectly. Like, yeah, it matched the episode.
What'd you think of the first episode?
First episode.
It was perfect, wasn't it?
It's funny. Like, you guys just talk about the most random crap out of nowhere.
Exactly,
And then the second one was just like
garbage.
It was like someone pooped or something. I don't remember.
Yeah,
Owen licks the butt.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Owen likes the butt. I was gonna share your podcast until I saw that title. I was like, no.
What? No.
I'm joking. I shared it on my Snapchat before I added you guys. It was like a couple days ago.
Thank you.
That's awesome, man. Thank you.
That's probably where we go. Singapore person.
And France. We talk trash
No,
about
I know
people-
the France person actually.
You do?
Yes.
Do you talk to him? Because we
It's
talk
not-
trash about
never
French
mind.
people. In the first episode,
did?
we talked.
We
we
did?
all the French people get sent to Quebec because Canada is
Oh!
getting raided by them.
we did say that.
Oh no.
Well, that's in the past.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Would you lick them butt or smell the fart?
All right, wait. What's the question?
Would you?
lick the butt or smell the fart?
Smell the fart. I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes my
Yeah,
fart
that's
be
what I'm
smelling
saying.
hella good. Sometimes,
That's,
like,
that's what I'm saying. It's just a gamble, you know.
like it's weird because sometimes it stinks, but then sometimes it's like a bad smell, but it smells good at the
Yeah.
same time. You know
Like
what I'm saying?
gasoline.
chocolate?
Bro, I thought I was weird.
Chocolate smells bad.
No, chocolate smells good, bro.
Yeah, Michael said like chocolate. What? You
Yeah, he
don't
said
think?
like gasoline. He said like gasoline.
No, that was me. I said like
Oh.
gasoline.
No, gasoline stink. You like the smell of gasoline?
I love the
don't?
smell of
You can get high
gasoline.
off of that.
You can get high off the smell of gasoline.
Yes, you
Yeah.
can.
People
What
huff it.
What's in your diet
Yeah.
to have your fart smell like gasoline?
Car oil.
Yes.
Gotta change my oil and get me straw.
Oh my goodness, bro.
In his free time, Jack likes to role play as a Ford truck.
Oh my gosh.
This
Not
is going
wrong.
on double the amount of time that our usual podcast.
I know.
Yeah,
This
that's-
podcast
This
episode
has
is
been so
perfect.
good though. Yeah.
Mhm.
It has been really good.
Thank you for
Yeah,
coming on, Noah.
thank
Hey,
you.
no problem, man. I didn't even notice it's been an hour, man. I didn't even feel
Yeah.
like that long.
Yeah.
I hope we can have you again because this
Yeah,
has been
man.
great.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll ask you more brain dead questions next
Yeah.
I mean,
Whenever
yeah,
your
man.
new album comes out, you can
Yeah.
come
Oh,
on and
yeah.
we can talk about it.
Yeah, I got
Yeah.
you, man. I got you. I will say though, I have to admit, there is a 25-75 chance that it gets pushed back like maybe a week or two.
Mhm.
But it's not for a bad reason. It's only mainly because I want to make sure it's perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Well-
right now, with the way I'm still in the rough draft stages of the album. So I've made songs for it, but the thing with the album is the reason it's been really difficult making it is because I have to make it a story. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I've never done that with any album before. So I'm jumping into something I don't have too much experience with. So what I'm planning on doing is I'm gonna make 3 versions of the album before I pick one. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So
Oh, yeah.
what I'm doing is I'll say something. The album's gonna be 12 songs long, right?
Mhm.
And the 3 that I've already put out, I'm probably gonna put out one more before the album releases.
Mhm.
But the 4 that I'm gonna have out are gonna be counted as bonus tracks, so they're not even gonna be in the actual album itself. They're gonna be just at bonus at the end because I made those songs before I even started putting the album together. Right?
Mhm.
I had the idea of the album, right? But I didn't have them in an actual track list yet, so I wasn't building the album around them. So therefore, if I include them as a part of the actual track list, they just won't fit in sound wise.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So those are just gonna be bonus. But what I'm doing right now is I'll make I'm trying to make 12 songs, right? And then say for example, in the 12 song track list, number 2 isn't that good, right?
Mhm.
I'll make a song to replace. I'm gonna make a song to replace number 2, but it will also have the same topic as that original number 2 song. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make like one version, have a list of songs in that first rough draft, and then take the songs that are the worst and replace them with better songs. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm. Well,
that's the reason that it just might be pushed back maybe a week or two. But I'm doing my best right now to keep up with the planned date. So hopefully I don't have to do that.
well, I'm saying just take however long it takes because I'm really excited about this and I want it to be perfect. You know?
Yeah, I mean, trust me, no matter how, I mean, even if I was to push it back like 4 days, it's gonna be perfect. You know what I'm saying? Like it's the only reason I'm not doing it to be annoying. I'm just doing it because I want to make sure it's perfect and I want to make sure it's like
Yeah.
the best project I can put together after my last one. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So, but yeah, that's just one thing I want to come in here and say, make sure I got across because there's just a chance. There's like a 25-75
Yeah.
chance it gets pushed back.
I'm super excited. Whenever it comes out,
Me
I'm
too.
listening to it immediately, man.
I got
Me
you.
too.
You guys will be the first to know. Trust.
All right.
Oh, thank you.
Doing all that.
Making me blush.
Where can we find you, Noah?
You can find me on all platforms: Spotify, Apple Music, SoundCloud, YouTube. My name is NoahUI, capital N, capital UI, and there's no space in between the two. It's just all in one. So it's just NoahUI. You can find me on all platforms. I'm basically everywhere.
I will post this on my story.
Yeah. Before we go, what made you get the name NoahUI?
Oh my gosh.
That's a
So
good question.
my first name, not a lot of people may actually know this. My first name was actually Lil Driz.
What?
Yeah,
That is fire.
That's so bad.
Yeah, it's bad. That's why I changed it. My first rap name was actually Lil Driz. And
That sounds familiar.
yeah, because I have the Spotify account up still. Like there's a Spotify account named Lil Driz up there, and it has NoahUI on a couple of the songs because I was trying to get everybody that was still on the Lil Driz account to switch over to the NoahUI.
That's why it
So-
sounds familiar.
Yeah, but the whole process was, I mean, towards the end of my Lil Driz career, I was like, obviously, it just sounded cringe, right? So, I wanted to have my actual first name in my name, right? But I didn't know how to incorporate, like, I didn't know what to incorporate it with. But then I thought, right? So I watch a lot of Dragon Ball Z, right?
Yeah.
And Goku, one of Goku's forms is Ultra Instinct.
Oh.
Yep.
That is
So-
fire.
Yep. I took
Oh wait,
It's
that's
so fun.
actually sick.
Yeah.
so I took the initials of that form, right, and I put it at the end of my name. But the reason I've always messed with his transformation so much is because there's like a deeper meaning behind it to me. You know, like with Ultra Instinct, he just like dodges everything and he comes back stronger and he hits back harder after he dodges all these hits and stuff. And that's basically been my life. Like I've gone through a lot of things and I've dodged a lot of blows that should have put me down and like kept me at the ground, but I dodged them, got past them, and then I came back stronger and clashed back. You know what I mean? And that's kind of the meaning behind it for me. So when I was thinking of UI, I was like, yeah, that works. Like the form, like the meaning behind it works very well with how I describe my life has been. So I put it at the end. I put it at the end of my name, and I just called it there. I was just like, you know what? That's just gonna be my name for the rest of my career.
That is insane. I never thought it'd have that deep of a meaning.
That's a beautiful
fire.
ending to
It
the
is.
podcast, man. That is
Like a whole.
that is amazing. I thought it was just user interface, to be honest.
No, it's crazy, bro. Yesterday, a guy, I was at work, right, and this guy that I work with, he was like, what do the last two letters of your rap name mean? User interface. Yo, that's actually so funny that you guys thought that, because that guy just said that yesterday too.
Well, everyone would think that.
Yeah.
I didn't.
That's
Then
actually
what'd you think?
hilarious.
I didn't know what I thought. I thought like just came off of his tippy toppity head. Because when
Yeah,
numbers
that's what I
like
thought he
that, I
was
just
gonna say.
come out of my tippy toppity head.
I didn't expect him to actually say like user
Yeah.
interface. I was just like that's what I thought it meant.
Yeah. I mean, I will say I had a really funny experience one time. This guy came up to me one time when I was playing basketball at the courts. I had no idea who he was, right? But he came up to me. He was like, "Do you make music?" I was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "Is your name NoahUI?"
I can't believe it.
Bro, I was like, you joking right now, right? He was like, "Nah, it's NoahUI, right?" I was like, "Yeah, you got it. It's NoahUI, bro. It's NoahUI."
Some dude out there really thinks it is
Yes,
NoahUI.
yes. My name is NoahUI, bro. It's actually funny. But he was like, yeah. He was like, yeah, man. I listened to some of your. I've listened to some of your music. My friend used to go to middle school with you back when you had your old name and stuff. And he said he's been following you since. And he showed me some of your stuff, and I messed with it. And I was like, I appreciate it, bro. And then I played him in 1v1 absolutely destroyed him in basketball.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
Bro is definitely not a fan of me anymore after the butt whooping I gave him in basketball. Nah, I dropped like five threes on him in a row and then ended the game. I bet that man picked up his ball. Definitely in his head, he had to have been like, I'm never listening to him again.
Probably.
Out of my playlist.
We're not friends anymore.
He's getting out of my playlist after that one.
Exactly.
He gets rid of the friend that introduced him.
He's like, look, man, I don't think we can be friends anymore after the embarrassment that caused me to receive.
Exactly.
No, I should have
come up one day.
I should have broke his ankles one time and been like, listen to my new album, and then hit the three on him.
That would have been fire.
You're gonna be at a concert one day, and you're gonna hear from the crowd, NoahUI.
Yeah, all I hear is NoahUI, and then I look at the front row, and there's just a guy there, and he's like, "You broke my ankles 5 years ago when you were playing basketball. I've waited my whole life for this moment." Rushes on stage and tackles me.
That would be amazing.
Oh, that would be absolutely hilarious.
This has been an amazing podcast. Thank you, NoahUI, for coming on.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for having me, guys. It's been an absolute joy. It's been amazing.
It has been.
Go follow Noah on Spotify, YouTube, BandLab.
If you don't, he'll break your ankles.
Yeah, I'll come to your house with a basketball and mess you up.
He will.
And hit him up if y'all want to play.
Play Fortnite. Or basketball, yeah.
Oh,
not Fortnite. We don't play Fortnite.
Yeah, would you play Fortnite with us?
Honestly, would. I honestly want to know the story. Do you guys remember how I killed you, or like?
No, I don't know.
Oh, I think I was trying to
rebooting.
reboot Treydan,
Yeah.
and then you came up and no, that was
No, we found Jam on Jim. It's a different way.
that was Jam on Jim. Yeah,
No. Jam
it
on
was
Jim was
probably
in
the
the.
same thing with NoahUI. That's like how I die every
Probably.
time.
No, Noah killed us, and it said eliminated by NoahUI. But in the chat, someone died by the name of Jam on Jim, and that's how we found him.
So I was rebooting, and then he killed me.
Yes,
Yeah,
ma'am.
I mean,
No, ma'am.
Sure.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
no.
Jack has to tend to his
I know,
mother.
you go.
I was gonna say the last thing. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if y'all found me from me killing you guys on reboot, because I still play sometimes today, and as soon as I hear that reboot sound go off, bro, I'd literally rush. I'll go across the map just to get to that reboot van and just.
And
kill
your
whoever
name
it was.
is NoahUI on Spotify.
Yeah, it's still that to this day. It's still NoahUI Spotify.
I wonder how many
Good
people
way
you got
to get
doing that.
listeners.
I mean, at first I had my SoundCloud on there, and I actually like had a lot of people comment on my SoundCloud and like on my songs and be like, "Yo, you killed me on Fortnite," and I just be like, I just comment back with like a laughing emoji. But no, I've ever since like I put that in my name, like the SoundCloud part. And as soon as people started coming in commenting, I was like, you know what? I need some traction. I need some traction to my Spotify, so I'm gonna just put it in there too. But hey, I really do appreciate you guys having me on, man. It's been a joy. I've always wanted to do something like this, man. So,
I appreciate you coming on. I've had so much
We had
fun.
a great time.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna call this one the deluxe episode since it was so long.
Yeah, it's a deluxe.
all right.
Well, thank y'all for listening, and just another thank you for NoahUI. Listen to him now
On
after you watch this
Spotify,
episode.
YouTube, go follow him on Instagram.
Yeah.
Just give him love, man. I love this guy.
Yeah. Well,
He loves you too much.
we'll see you later, alligators.
Bye.
Peace out.
Bye.
Bye.